Welcome back to Larkhall. It's Honda Cadet time. Pinson and Thompson on the front row of the grid with Clark and Behrman on row 2. Mason and Cunnington, Kasperzak and Jeremy, and Swinsko and Alex Lloyd rounding out the top 10. Some great charges just below. Keep an eye on Keaton Samra in P13. He could charge through the field very rapidly. And what about the rookies at the back? There is a sizable grid for this one. 24 karts and away we go. Good start from Dragon Pinson. And it's a little bit of a jostle down to the first corner as Behrman slots into third position and everybody just tries to keep out of danger.
All 24 karts seem to go to the inside line at the start. They've got away with it. They're still running, but normally we get loading down into the hairpin. It's happened again.
Oh, Keaton Samra's involved in that one as well. Westover, Herbert, Knight. I think I can spot Leben in that lot as well. There's Millar, the 70, getting away. And Eads is in that. Let's watch again. This is stereotypical loading into the hairpin. Ben Fayers, the 14, just about got away with it. But there's the big shunt in the middle of the pack. And several karts involved in that one.
Yeah, Matthew Herbert on the 39. He was the man that was loaded up from behind. He was turned round. There he is, still turned round.
Yeah, Keaton Samra and Matthew Herbert. Millar trying to get away. Big damage to at least 2 or 3 of the karts in there. So, unfortunately, the commentator's curse has jinxed Keaton Samra. I said keep watching him because he may come through the field. Unfortunately, he's not going to do that now.
Dragon Pinson off pole, still out front with Oliver Clark in behind. They've got a nice little lead so far. That's Behrman in third place with Thompson in behind the 5. Then Alex Lloyd's up to 5th place. He finished 5th in the earlier final one, but got a 5-place penalty. So started P10, but he's made those 5 places back already. On board with the drone camera, so we get a good overall view of the battles down the field.
Well, Alex Lloyd is leading a triumvirate of the BRK factory team. Look, here the 2 teammates are coming with him there. Ben Kasperzak in 6th position and just behind in 7th place. That looks to me, as we watch the leaders come through, in 7th place is the 52. That is Guy Cunnington. So the BRK factory team are obviously travelling in trios at the moment around the Larkhall circuit. As here we go, Clark still not making the move on Pinson. Is Thompson going to go for Behrman? No, he doesn't make the move yet.
Well, I think both of those pairs will be happy to try and push themselves away from the drivers behind. That's a confirmation. Alex Lloyd started P10 after the 5-place penalty in the earlier final through to 5th place. So he's got those 5 places back, but he would have preferred to have started 5th and be out front right now. But still close enough, if good enough, and we know that he is.
Well, the next couple of laps, the BRK boys of Lloyd, Kasperzak and Cunnington, they're going to have to work together here to push over towards Behrman and Thompson, and they are very good at working in unison, these 3. So let's see how much time it's going to take them to get onto the back of 3rd and 4th place, because there's not a big gap to extend to get there. There's a massive gap to the 2 leaders, of course, but Pinson and Clark just battling their time and letting the laps count down at the moment, because Clark is not going to go for that lead on Pinson until the bitter end of this race. The last 2 or 3 laps is when he'll really make his attack.
Yeah, he'll be happy just to push Dragon away.
Oh, Behrman's gone off. Sorry, Alan. Behrman's gone off, and Thompson is able to sweep through to 3rd position. So a big mistake there for Behrman as he runs wide into the right-hander, and that is definitely a uncharacteristic error from Behrman. Not sure what happened there, but he runs very wide and drops to 4th position into the clutches of the BRK triplets.
Yeah, it's Alex Lloyd right behind him, and looks like he's looking up the inside. Has he made the move? He has. So Alex Lloyd there on board the drone. You can see him through to 4th place, and he's now hunting down Thompson. But Behrman has him straight back. Nice move by Oliver. Gets the place straight back. He's not going to sit there in amongst the BRK boys. Here are the leaders. Look at the lead they've got. Is amazing in the early stages. Oliver Clark is experienced enough to know that he's going to be happy enough just to sit behind Dragon Pinson. He knows Dragon's got the pace as Keaton Samra runs wide, and that's his race pretty much over and out. Control-Alt-Delete for Keaton Samra. He is gone.
Well, how do you make a miserable race more miserable? Just like that. That's exactly how to do it for Keaton Samra. Unfortunately, this is going to be a weekend to forget for him. But look at the battle now for this is going to be for 3rd position. Making his way up through the field has come Ben Fayers, and he's brought Kieran Jeremy along for the ride. And now they are right on the tail of this 5-kart scrap, because down to 6th position. Have you noticed? Down to 6th place now has come Thompson. He's now diving up the inside of Kasperzak to move back into 5th position. But Behrman's got through to 3rd, Lloyd's got through to 4th. There is a great battle now for 3rd position. Not only have they managed to catch up with 3rd place, they've dragged a whole lot of midfielders with them.
Lead 2 well clear from It's Bearman in third from Lloyd, Thompson, Cunnington, Fayers, Jeremy, Laws, Swinsko. Mason looks up the inside of Kasperzak. Then comes Merrifield and Brown.
Has Mason pulled off that move on Kasperzak? It looks as though he has. So the O-plate has moved up another place then on Kasperzak, who seems to have tumbled down the field all of a sudden as the rookies are trying to make their bid for some decent TV time. And I have to say, the way Fayers, Jeremy and the rookie Henry Laws have come up through the field and put themselves on the back of this battle for third position is pretty extraordinary.
It's a fantastic overall view of the action there. You can get a real good sense of the gaps between each of the drivers. Looks like Alex Lloyd is going to be putting a move on Bearman sometime soon. He's sitting there. He's trying to push him away, I think, from those behind, but that's not working. The two leaders well clear, massive lead in this race.
Well, that's it. I mean, Lloyd, the only thing really Alex Lloyd can take out of this race now is third position. Yeah. Unfortunately, they've been squabbling for so long that they've actually lost the two leaders. They're so far... Look, they're not even in the same shot. They're already 2 or 3 corners up the road. So, unfortunately, they are now just locked in a 4-car battle. Up the inside comes Thompson to take on Lloyd, up to 4th position, chasing down... Look, he tried to do the Edgar move there, didn't he? He tried to get 2 in 1 fell swoop there through the chicanes. He didn't quite manage to get onto the back of Bearman, but Thompson now in 4th place, Lloyd in 5th, swarming around, trying to get back into a podium-paying position as they come down the stretch once more. Thompson, look, he's going defensive there to the inside line to keep Lloyd and Cunnington back in position, and they've lost their teammate Kasperzak, who's gone down 3 places, trying to make his way back up, though. I noticed Kasperzak trying to make a move at the inside, and he got the move done as well, so it might not be too long before we have 3 BRK factory team drivers battling once again.
Into the right-hander, heading towards the first of the inside hairpins. Group of 4, and that's Thompson up the inside for third. Thompson, lovely move again. So that drops Bearman back into 4th. Lloyd is 5th.
It was great to see Thompson shutting the door firmly there on Oliver Bearman, and he didn't even have to make a steering wheel adjustment. He just kept the car parked firmly in the middle of the circuit and made him go, whoops, that's the 87 of Bearman going wide, and that was a bit of a move there up the inside. I think it was Lloyd coming through, or it might even have been Cunnington, his teammate. They were side by side, and Bearman had nowhere to go. Oh, a little bit of a jostle between the BRK drivers. Cunnington accidentally going into the back of Lloyd as they came to the braking zone, a little bit of accidental loading, and now they're right on the back of Thompson, who is now naturally going defensive.
Yeah, he's defending into that right-hander. He's going to stay defensive again, is he? He's, middle of the track. That's a defensive line at this stage. Thompson has decided, you know what? 3rd place is all we are going to get, as we've got more places made up.
Yep, Oliver Bearman has lost 2 places. Cunnington's got through, and so has Ben Fayers. So he is now a man on a mission to try and maintain his place within this race. And oh, he's gone a little bit wide there as Laws. I think that was Bearman just shutting the door firmly on Henry Laws, and Jeremy went with him in sympathy. We'll have another look at that, because it looks to me as though Bearman, I don't think he did anything malicious, but he just made sure, I am going for this line. And Henry Laws, that's a rookie, desperately trying to hang on with an established guard, and he just ran out of road, unfortunately. That's a perfectly fair manoeuvre. Nothing wrong that Oliver Bearman did there. He's a racing driver. He's going to hold his racing line, and that is a very good lesson learnt there from Henry Laws. Don't try and go wheel to wheel with Oliver Bearman in the final corner, because he will leave you absolutely no room.
Yeah, Oliver did nothing wrong there. Neither did Henry, to be honest. That's just a racing incident. No damage done. They're still running, as are the 2 at the front of the field. This is a huge lead in this class. You don't usually see a lead like this. We're having to look back to the straight to see the rest of them. Well, amazing.
Absolutely phenomenal performance from these 2. They've really worked together, and they're... joint race is about to become mutinous, of course. We've got a couple of laps to go, and now we've got a great scrap for 3rd position. Thompson, Lloyd, and Ben Fayers has moved up into 5th position. Really impressed with Ben this weekend. He's really turned on the dial, and he is now battling for a podium position. He's doing a cracking job on the Project 1 kart, as that is the 67 going wide. Henry Laws has already been onto the green stuff, and he's done it again as they go through the right-hander. So now we go into the closing stages of this race. It's game time for Oliver Clark.
Clark has been sitting there the entire race. He'll be thinking, now is the time in the next lap or so when I need to make my move. That's Harry Thompson, the 5, getting a warning for something we haven't seen.
So here are the 2 leaders once again. Pinson and Clark still battling for position, and that's Alex Lloyd into the tyre wall. Oh my word, that is a big impact.
I tell you what, Jake, that could do for Oliver Clark here, because if a red flag comes out, Oliver Clark's left it too late. He'll be thinking, I'm going to make the move sometime soon, and the red flags are out. The race is stopped, and Oliver Clark has finished second, when if he'd have made the move earlier on, a couple of laps ago, he would be winning this race. So that's just the way it goes, I'm afraid. And the man that's going to get lucky as well, of course, is this man, Alex Lloyd. It will go back a lap before the red flag, and Alex Lloyd will hold on to his 4th place.
Well, it looks to me as though he's okay, very shaken and probably a bit stirred as well. Pinson, Clark and Thompson, Lloyd 4th from Fayers and Kasperzak, with Swinsko, Cunnington, Laws and Jeremy rounding out the top 10. We caught up with the race winner after a very dramatic end to a thrilling race here at Larkhall.
Dragon, your first win in Super 1, how happy are you with that?
I'm really delighted with it.
And just talk us through the race from your point of view.
Me and Ollie pushed away until the end, and we didn't really get challenged by anyone.
Anybody you want to thank for your win?
I'd like to thank Eclipse Motorsport and Roger from RPM.
The first televised win in Super 1 for Dragon Pinson. I'm sure it'll be the first of many. KZ1 is up next.